Okay, so frustration continues. I've got the bolt spacer put in up here. There, as I showed in earlier video, there's a hole that goes through the arm right here that attaches here. Well, I can't line this hole up with the hole that's in here because it hits the master cylinder. Now the master cylinder is the same size as the old one. And I had said it before that these are loose. They were loose. This machine just keeps irritating me. So this side has the bolt that you can hear. At least there's a bolt there that's going to hold on. But yeah, what do I do about this now? The master cylinder's in the location it needs to be. I can't very well just move it. Yeah, this four-wheeler just keeps giving and giving and giving. All right. Well, I'm not going to keep you just I'll figure something out. Okay, so I loosened this clamp thinking maybe I could use this motor mount bolt instead of that one. But in order to line that hole up with that, if you look back here, I've got my parking brake, my brake light completely crushed. And I wonder if that's why this is broken already, is because this has got to be wrong. It's got to be the wrong. These are probably just a simple universal fit, and then whoever owned this before threw them on here, and that's why they didn't put a bolt in here, is because this is just wrong. So about the only option I think that I have is to keep this hanger down here at this lower bolt, leave this gap, center punch and drill a hole here, and leave, that's about, I don't know, 9/16, 5/8 gap there. But I still hit my parking brake, or my light. I'm not sure if I can move this up to this bolt because I think it's going to hit this brake line, and this brake line is already up against the frame in here. Right there, you can see it's already all the way up against it, so I can't twist this way anymore. So I had said it in past videos, I'm not a big fan of Nerf bars anyway, but I'm telling you what, this four-wheeler, I'm on my last nerve with this. I have two choices. Do what I just said. Possibly even cut this bar down so that it completely misses here, and then I can push this all the way back. Technically, I guess I've got another way of doing it, but again, it's just going to cost me more money, and that is get rid of the Nerf bars and get regular foot pegs. So, and I really like these extra wide, extra long. That's one of the big reasons why I decided I would probably just keep these Nerf bars. Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm gonna, I don't know, I'll get back. Okay, so I figured out what I'm gonna do here. I'm gonna cut this pipe down. I'm gonna cut it back probably an inch, because the amount of space here is, like I said, 1/2 inch, 5/8. If I go back an inch, that'll give me the room to avoid hitting the brake light switch. So I just got to pull that end plug, measure it out, and cut it. So I'll get it over there on the vise and get it done. So I do have that cut down. I cut off about an inch, so let's see how this fits now. Alright, so I don't know if you can see that. That is the start of the hole that I need to put a bolt through. Anyway, it's hard to see. I am missing here. I'm thinking I'm gonna have to cut back even further, and now this piece is hitting the frame up here, and yeah, I still can't even get that close enough. Before yeah, I'm already hitting back here. I don't know if you can see. Absolute nightmare. I may have to cut this tube down in order to give me enough room. Slide this back. Yeah, wonderful. So out of curiosity, what I did was I took the foot bar peg thing and I flipped it over and put it back on, and as you can see, possibly the hole almost lines up, but the front of this is well below the frame itself, so those holes don't even line up, period. Yeah, I would have plenty of room back here if I did that. But then my foot peg, I think, would be way too low. I mean, or it would be higher in the air, and it would be, I mean, just to simply get this hole to line up, it would be not really tilted down forward, but it would be nearly flat by time I actually get it lined up properly. So I'm thinking as you can hear or see, I'm hitting the brake light. The bracket I'm hitting. So I can always cut this pipe down more, just to simply miss this. Flip that back over and cut this pipe down. As you can see, I can cut this down and still be able to clamp it, have a little bit more possibly adjustability to get the bolt lined up again. Yeah, let me do some more. Okay, so here's what I did. I tried to round this bar out after I collapsed it, trying to bend this way, which I did get it to bend a little bit, but this bolt here is not perfectly straight. I don't know if you can really tell, but I did get a bolt through here, got it Loctited on, Loctited these on. I cut this pole or this bar down, and it actually has clearance. So you can actually see that there's clearance in here. And I also cut this bar back so that it would go in and take up that big gap so I can line up that bolt hole, which I then had to like drill, like I, used the drill bit and kind of leveraged on it to make it elongate the hole, is what I'm trying to say. So that's done. Nice and sturdy on here now. I still have to tighten this clamp down, but I'll get that here in a moment. It is not the same as the other side, but you know what? I am fed up. I'm done messing with it. I'm going to put the foot peg back on and be done. And then I can move on. Alright, so the clamp is tight. Foot pegs are tight. Nerf bars tight. Basically everything on this side is done. So I think what I'll do is I'll throw the right rear and right front tires on, and then I will spin this around so that I can work on the left side of the machine. Alright, so I've got the left side of the quad. I turned the quad around, so I'm going to get this Nerf bar off, make sure that the bolts are tightened down, and while it is off, I'll put the new chain on. Alright, so Nerf bar is gone. I'll pull this, get it Loctited, put back on. Forgot to hit record again. Anyway, got the Nerf bar back on. Tires are all on. Now I can drop this and then tighten the chain, but I need it down in order to do that. So all right, ooh, it's been a long time. Well, I got the chain tightened down. There's about an inch, between an inch and 7/16. Got the rear bolts torqued down to 21 Newton meters or 15 foot-pounds. Let's see. I placed the shifter, I think, where I'm gonna like it, and yeah, let's see what I have left. Tighten down the handlebars. Well, actually I need to put the plastics on so I can put the seat on so I can sit on it in order to get the bars where I want them, and then I can tighten down all the controls, all of that stuff. And yeah, I think this mean machine might be ready to go. I do need to put some tension on the rear spring, so, but I can do that after everything's put back together and I have it set pretty much where I think I want it. All right, channel viewers, so I'm gonna call it good on the Nerf bars, and got the tires back on. So in the next video I'll be putting plastics on, and yeah, give it a thumbs up, like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Yeah, it's getting close. So again, thank you for being here. Please subscribe. Doesn't cost anything. Break time.